From the beginning of time, man has always had a pursuit of the best quality of life possible. That quality of life is not possible without resources. The form of resources we have accumulated has changed over time from cowrie shells, state-controlled money, precious metals, real estate, and stocks and bonds. Over the past 100 years, the world has been dominated by the US dollar and its reserves. But everything that has a beginning also has an end. A new financial revolution is upon us with the emergence of a digital economy. The way we earn, spend, and accumulate resources is fundamentally changing. A new asset has appeared that the wealthy have overlooked. Bitcoin has become the best performing asset of the past decade by far. With only 21 million ever in existence, there are more millionaires and billionaires in the world today than there are Bitcoin. Just by holding 0.25 Bitcoin today, will put you in the top 1% asset holders in the world in the next 5 to 10 years. If you had invested $100,000 in Bitcoin in 2013, today it will be worth more than $15 million. Bitcoin billionaire Raoul Pal says, Bitcoin's performance is so dominant and so all-encompassing that it is going to suck in every single asset narrative dry and spit it out. Never before in my career have I seen a trade so dominant that holding any other assets makes almost no sense. This is not an industry you can afford to ignore. If you want to remain in business, then you must adapt. Are you offering services in Bitcoin? Are you accepting payments with digital currencies? Have you adopted blockchain technology? Blockbuster Video at one point was the most dominant video service in the world. They had the opportunity to be part of Netflix, but they ignored the changing technology. Where is Blockbuster today? Where will you be tomorrow? All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Crypto Talk. This is Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule for being here. Go ahead and type in the chat box where you're listening in from. We have people logging in from all over the place. We are also streaming on StreamYard, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestion, and for entertainment and training purposes only. You need to make your own individual decision on which direction you want to move into. I see so far that's typing on in. I see Miss Marnita Casa, Mr. Albert, also Janelle from Colorado, Melissa from the UK, Nathan from Vegas, Demetrius Turner, DJ from Championship City, or State, Colorado. Well, I don't think I've seen a championship parade that big in a long time. So Denver has something very exciting to be happy about. I see you, Carla, from St. Louis, Missouri. Miss Victoria Peterson from Durham, North Carolina. I see you, Mr. Kenny Taylor from Los Angeles. Joyce Easley from South Carolina. I see Facebook user. Morning, everybody. Also, Linda Wright from Virginia. Mr. Leonard Long from La Quinta. So good morning, everybody. Again, my name is Brandon Ivy. I'm the founder and CEO of Ivy League Crypto Academy. That is ILCA for short. We teach cryptocurrency education to the masses. And every Saturday, I do an open crypto talk for the community. Not just for my ILCA community, but for everybody. We at least do that once a week. But other than that, we do you say I look blurry to you guys. It's coming through clear on my side. I don't know. I don't know if StreamYard is acting up on me. So I don't know if I'm blurry for you guys either. But if you come directly to the StreamYard link, it should be clear. If you're looking at me through Facebook, then I might be blurry. And I don't have a solution to that today. It could be just the internet messing up. I know, no, they don't do it. I might have some background noise too because I've got we're getting some new fences put in outside, so you might hear a lot of noise there. Because of the light. Is that it? All right, hold on a second. Let me see. Let's see. How about now? See, we've been having June gloom all month, and today the sun is out. This looks shiny, so I wanted to open up the windows. But I don't know. Still blurry to you guys? Oh, I was about to get up. I can't get up. Hold on. All right. That's the best that I can do for now. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I only have about 40 minutes today because we've got a special showcase for Starvara coming up at the top of the hour. So I'm going to try to cover as much as I can, and that's going to be hard because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 articles. I might only be able to do 3. So how to pick which one's out of this. This is what I said. I might need to be doing 2 to 3 crypto talks a day just to keep up with what's going on. So let me pull this over here. Share screen. Let's get you. Oh, come on, don't mess up on me. There you go. All right, so let's first take a look at what's going on in the crypto world today. Let me refresh. I see you, Eldridge. What's going on, sir? Sue Williams from Utah. Okay. So in the crypto market cap, we've got, it is up 3.8% in the last 24 hours at 1.1 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is at 46.3%. Ethereum is at 18.8%. So Ethereum dropped below 19%. And I got to do this week to week to you guys, because the last time I did a public crypto talk, it was last Saturday. So let's see, Bitcoin is up 3.2% in the last week. I see that. So we had this dip earlier this week, and then it popped up. Wow. We're back to, it was below 26,000. So it hit the 25,000, which was the psychological bottom, and bounced hard back up. 3.2% on the week, but it's more than that. It's actually about 6% since it hit the low a couple of days ago. We're up, Ethereum is down 0.5% in the week, but it's up 4.2% in the last 24 hours. BNB is up 3.6% over the week. I'm surprised by this. BNB and Coinbase is under attack, so they're still holding steady. Ripple, though, dropped below 50 cents, and I'm surprised by that on the week, but it's gone up 3.6% in the last 24 hours. We've got Cardano's up 5.1, Doge 3.5, Tron 4.2, Solana 6.4, Matic 8.6. Now, this is interesting because these are coins that's been put on the blacklist of the SEC. The SEC claiming that they are securities, and a lot of exchanges threatening to delist them because of that. But it doesn't matter. They still bounced up 7.1% in the last 24 hours. Those tokens did. So people bought the dip on that. Buy the dip here and sell it up here. I see a little flat line over the last hour, though, even though it's been rising the last 24. Any outliers here? Oh, look at Uniswap is up 14.3% on the week. Cosmos Hub 13.2. Filecoin up 10.2. Whoa, Aptos. There we go. Up 17.6% on the week, 12.5% in the last 24 hours. See the best performers in the last week. What's that look like? Cyber Harbor. I have never heard of this coin. Cyber Harbor up 74.4% on the week. Interesting. We've got Caspa is up 39.4. Trust Wallet, I think the reason why Trust Wallet is up 24% is because people have been fleeing the other exchanges, Coinbase, Binance. So they've been moving their money into the Trust Wallet. And I think this is why this token shot up. I should have predicted that, because if people were fleeing the market, they got to put their tokens somewhere. I missed that. I should have predicted that. This is what I'm talking about, though. Sui. Sui is up 23.5% on the week, 17% in 24 hours. Reason why I like that is because in our inner circle, I was going to be doing live trading, and this was going to be my top token to do this with. And as soon as I started it, it dropped like a rock. So come Monday morning inner circle, we're going to pull this back up on L8, look at where we stand, and start making some moves again. So it's up 23.5% on the week. Qcoin is up 17.9, Aptos 17.6, Phantom, Gala. Oh, Gala. Gala shot up 15.2 on the week. Green across the board. Price is at 2 cents. Uniswap 14.3%. Uniswap popped up. Injective, Cosmos Hub, GMX, Maker. Okay, this is a pretty healthy week in the crypto space. Now, if you got to think about it, any major news happened last week outside of Donald Trump's indictment? I haven't heard of. I know the Ukrainians have put a counteroffensive on Russia, so they've been pushing Russia back a little bit. There was a major tornado in Texas. Was that Texas or Alabama? I think it was Texas. I don't know of any other major news that could move the markets. Just everybody in the BRICS nations are getting prepared for the BRICS conference and the new CBDC they're going to launch. All right, so now let's take a look at some articles as fast as we can. I may be just skimming through these so that we can cover as much as possible. So first one I've got, top crypto analyst warns that Bitcoin, make this bigger so you can see it. Bitcoin is very, very likely to plummet. Here are his targets. Now, I agree. I believe Bitcoin still has at least one more drop, major drop. And my target is about 15K, the bottom, 15K. But we'll see. What does this guy say? A widely followed crypto analyst and trader is expressing bearish sentiment on Bitcoin as the crypto king continues to consolidate. The pseudonymous analyst known as Pintoshi tells his Twitter followers that Bitcoin could drop by as much as 38%. Really? From the current price if Bitcoin loses its immediate support. Bitcoin, this area has been essentially what I've wanted to see the price tap for the past 2 months. If we fall back into the range under this, then I think, so his numbers, 19,000, 20,000, 22,000, and 23,000 are very, very likely, as we've seen with similar setups. I'm going all the way down to 15K. And the reason why I go that low, it has nothing to do with reading the chart. So if he's reading the charts, then he can be correct. I'm looking more at external factors. What's going to be happening in the world that can cause Bitcoin to drop that low? And one of the biggest things that can happen, in my opinion, is the U.S. government's continued attack on the crypto space, going after all the crypto companies. If Ripple loses its case, then that's not a good standing for Coinbase or Binance. If they can really freeze all of Binance assets, stop trading, halt everything, it's going to send a short-term panic in the market. If something goes on with a natural disaster or the stock market, even though we crossed, 30,000 in the very first time ever? But if the stock market drops drastically for whatever reason, these are some of the things that we can't accurately predict by just reading at the charts, but I think is going to happen. If there's another huge bank run that comes out of nowhere that was manufactured to happen, you're going to see the markets drop. But he says the time of writing, Bitcoin is trading at 26,000. He says, the top trader mentions the possibility that the DOJ might be next in line to sue crypto exchange Binance. So we've got SEC going after them, the FTC, the CFTC, and the DOJ. I do not believe, and this is my opinion, I do not believe that Binance is going to survive long term. In fact, I believe that most of the exchanges that you see right now and crypto tokens will be wiped out eventually. And it'll be just like the dot-com bubble. That's not going to kill the industry. I know some of our critics will wish it would, but it's not going to kill the industry. It'll be a shakeout. Let's see here. Anything else? DOJ, yeah. All right. In my opinion, the next few weeks, we pull back towards 4,300 of what? Oh, S&P 500. All right. Analyst who called 2022 crypto low says Bitcoin getting close to bottoming out. Okay, what is his numbers? Is his number still at 22,002? A top crypto analyst is predicting that Bitcoin's recent market correction might soon come to an end. Don Alt tells the 51,000 subscribers of his YouTube channel that Bitcoin is likely to close to finding the market bottom. However, the analyst says Bitcoin may have to dip more than 20%. So he's in line with the last analyst, 20%. The other guy said about 35%. I'll look at his numbers again. So he's going 24,000, 22,000, and he's as low as 20,000. So I'm really going lower than them. I'm going 15,000. Don Alt says that he'd be happy to accumulate Bitcoin if it hits 20,000. The trader also says he is watching whether Bitcoin could show signs of strength by reclaiming the 27,400 support. Okay. See what else we have here. Billionaire investor Mark Cuban warns that 99% of crypto assets will fail. I agree with him, but says winners will be game changers. So in our crypto inner circle, I talk all the time about the key is finding the tokens, not even tokens. We got to be looking at what projects do we see that has real world value, a real chance to solve a problem and to bring some new innovation that people are going to want. Those are the projects you want to get in if you want to think long term. I'm always looking at what projects do I think are going to survive. Yeah, I can make money short term on some of these other deals and projects and things, but long term wise, who's going to be the next Amazon, Alibaba, Google, Facebook? Those type of companies is where you want to sit. And then to do that, I look at what are the top industries currently in the world right now, and are they poised to adopt this new technology? Because if they don't, they'll end up going the way of Blockbuster. So what industries are perfectly in position to still survive? Or in other words, I'm looking for things that I consider a necessity, not a luxury. I'm looking at necessities that have to adopt this new technology. The medical field, the financial transactions field, entertainment. You might think entertainment is a luxury, but no. In a modern day society, actually in every society since the beginning of mankind, entertainment has been a necessity to keep the people pacified and distracted from looking at what their real problems are. So there will always be entertainment. So will the music and artistry and movies, will that adopt this new technology? Gaming industry, any industry that has the billions and billions of dollars of revenue already flowing into it. I'm looking at projects that is adopting this new technology to bring to these businesses and these industries. Those are the ones I got my eye on, like Starvar, for example. We're talking about almost 1 billion people around the world are entertaining in the Web 2.0 game industry. Those same people used to be playing Atari and ColecoVision and Nintendo and PlayStation back in the day, and they always move to the next evolution of gaming. Do you think the millions upon millions of people who are playing GTA 5 are online right now, and they've been playing that for the past 10 years? When GTA 6 comes out, do you think they're going to stay on GTA 5? They're going to move to the next move. What about Apple? The new iPhone is their new headset gear. Did you guys see that? On our inner circle, we played it live. I'm not even an Apple guy, but I'm getting it. I don't care. I don't care what the cost is. 3,500, 5,000. I'm getting it. That's the future. It's the new screen. We're going to be going from having our faces in this into whatever goggle, whatever is going to be wrapped around our head, and ultimately it's going to be contact lenses where this technology is going. Those are the industries and businesses you want to invest in. But so 99% are going to go away. Let me not go off on tangents. I got a short time here. Billionaire celebrity investor Mark Cuban thinks the vast majority of digital assets will go bust. Yes. So when you look at this number here, we're at 10,001 coins in 760 exchanges. When I've been doing a series called The Financial Crypto Storm is Coming, when that hits, you're going to see this exchange drop to 50 or less exchanges around the world, and coins, maybe 500. 500 coins, 50 exchanges, when all is said and done. And then you're going to have a rebuild under the new system with regulation in place and everything else, without the industry being under attack. We're still in the wild west right now. They're trying to kill that right now. So this is why I say education is so important. get positioned now so you're prepared for what the future is going to look like. This is not the future. You look at the top 10 coins. It ain't the same as it was 4 years ago. It's a completely different list of top 10 coins. This is always going to change. So let's go back to what Mark Cuban's saying. This week, the Shark Tank star had a friendly debate on Twitter with John Reed, a crypto skeptic who founded the SEC Office of Internet Enforcement, about the merits of digital assets and the SEC's approach to regulating them. Stark argues that crypto's promise has long since faded. If you know Bitcoin's history, you see a pattern here. Bitcoin's price right now is at $26,000 a coin. Let me prove a point here. Why I laugh at these critics that run their mouth. If you look at the entire chart of Bitcoin, okay? Well, this is going back to 2013. This is where we are right now where the price is. This is higher than most of all of Bitcoin's history. The first 10 years, all the way up to 2020, when did it get past 20,000 again? Right here, 2021. From 2009, it took 12 years to get past $22,000 a coin. That's just a few years ago. So we're still looking at all-time highs in relative to crypto's history. Yet this clown is going to say, oh, well, we think that its promise has long since faded. And claims that smart contracts aren't actually smart or contracts. The former SEC official says smart contracts don't offer avenues for redress and relief. They're not supposed to. That's the whole point. The whole point of crypto is that it is in your control, not the banks, not the third party. Your control. So that means you need to be educated on knowing what you're doing. Because if you mess up, that's your fault. Not, can I hit the reset button? Is there customer service? No. You got to be good stewards of your own money. There exists no intelligence, trust, or privity in smart contracts, just code. That is the trust. See, when the 2008 financial collapse happened, President Bush said, trust us. That's the only reason why our financial system is still around, based on trust the government of us. Crypto is not based on trust of any one person, man, or entity, no matter what their politics, their religion, their financial leanings. It's based on code, math. You can trust that 2 + 2 will always be 4. It ain't going to be 5 because your leader says it's 5. Or your religion says it's 5. It's the law. It's the code, period. So he's bastardizing what this is, or trying to, no. He's trying to take the strength of it and act like it's the weakness of it. Cuban says he has spent his whole career founding companies that people viewed as unnecessary until they started relying on them. Smart contracts are about 6 years old. Maybe the name is inaccurate, but the utility is valid. 90% of blockchain companies will go broke. I agree. 99% of tokens will go broke. I agree. Just like 99% of early internet, just like 99% of early internet companies did, 99% of the startup companies leveraging large language models will disappear. But the winners will be game changers. That's the way tech works. That's what we got to do. We got to find the winners. Book.io did a deal to sell my books as an NFT. What makes this a better option is that the smart contracts can track and immediately pay royalties on sales in the secondary markets. That can't happen with physical or traditional digital books. I can quickly and easily purchase carbon credits as offsets and using blockchain to burn them and remove them from circulation. Possible offline, but the blockchain publicly reflects the action. In fact, I don't have you guys looked at and this is for you guys in the inner circle when we were getting on SGO. I have been just watching this, and let me pull this up again. I have been watching this. I have been steadily getting SGO. I have more SGO coins today than the day I bought it live with you guys. Now, I don't care what the price of it is right now. What I care about is the ability to continue to accumulate. And it is. I don't have to do anything. It's just rising. And their whole burn process by default is going to make the value of it go up. So if you guys got the SGO from the Seifu, keep an eye on that. We'll look at that again on Monday. But I am pleasantly surprised about seeing that number rising every day. All right. Next up, okay, JPMorgan Chase refuses to reimburse customers who lost life savings in banking scam. What? Didn't he just say, oh, well, the bank gives us recourse? Really? Have I heard of this yet? JPMorgan Chase says it will not stand by a customer who just lost her life savings in a slick banking scam. Huh. I've not heard of this. Deborah Moss says she had earned enough money to retire when she received a text message that appeared to be from Chase warning her about a suspicious $35 charge. Okay, let me stop right here. I could probably bet this was a baby. Yeah, of course it was a baby boomer. This is what I warned my parents about. My parents would get caught in something like this. If you get any emails or texted, anything like that, never click on any links. Go directly to your app. Go directly to your bank. Whatever message that they're sending you should also be in your notifications on the app itself or in your bank account if you're going on the website. So she got a text about a suspicious $35 charge. Moss quickly responded to the text, and soon after her phone rang. There's another thing. The banks don't call you. At best, what they do is they will freeze your debit card so you can't use it. And if you try to use it, you'll get a message that says, please contact us about your account being frozen. Here's another thing too. Never contact whatever number is on that. Look at the back of every debit card has a number on the back of the card, or log into your bank website or app, and it will say right there, notification, this is frozen, verify these accounts or these transactions. Okay. I need to remind myself, I need to have another talk with my parents. So here's what happened. She got a phone call. The banks will never call you. Her caller ID showed the call was from Chase. Huh. How'd they do that? So the call ID showed it was from Chase. This is how they got him. And the person on the line claimed to be a Chase representative. But the caller was a criminal who tricked Moss into revealing her two-factor security codes from the bank. And in the span of about a week, 6 wire transfers drained nearly $160,000 out of her account. Okay, first of all, how in the world did she think she was going to retire on $160,000? But on the flip side, if you've got a nice budget for yourself, $160,000 can go a long way. You know, depending on what your expenses are. But can you imagine? You've been working hard for years and you saved up, an extra $160,000. And then it's just gone. After notifying the police and filing a claim with the bank, Chase sent Moss a letter pointing the finger at her and refusing to make her account whole. I think she has a legal case here. I mean, this is the problem. If we have a lot of the smaller banks that are going out of business and everybody's running to the big banks can do stuff like this and get away with it. But I think she might have a case. But it'll be a long time if she wins it. I don't know the intricate details of this, but they're saying during our review, we found you did not take the appropriate steps to protect your account from theft or unauthorized use. Chase says it called Moss and sent her emails about she's not going to win this. They contacted her about the wire transfers at the time. But Moss says she received 0 alerts. How's that possible? She would have gotten the text messages and email. But she says so now this is going to be a who can prove what. See, this is the whole problem with the banking system. Whereas if it was on the blockchain, there is no doubt. The blockchain is the ledger, and it's open to everybody. Now, we got Chase saying we sent it to you. We got her saying I didn't receive it. Who's got the receipts? Chase can come back and say, here's a record of us sending it to you. And she can go to her and see, here's my records. I actually never received it. But if it was on the blockchain, that's not an issue. You guys see why blockchain and crypto is so important? Chase says customers should never reveal personal information like passcodes or PIN numbers, and says it typically does not initiate. Yeah, as I said, they don't initiate phone calls. But like I said, these are baby boomers. You know, my parents, they struggle with just remember passwords. They get something like this, they're going to fall for it. Yeah, I'm gonna have a call with them later on today. If you want to ensure you are speaking with the bank, see, didn't I just say this? Call the number on the back of your card. Lastly, avoid clicking on suspicious links in texts or emails. Let me put a mental note here. Call parents. Because I can see them. I can see them getting involved in this and not realizing it. All right. Wow. So you think your stuff is safe in the banks? U.S. government sued for allegedly seizing $100 million in cash, gold, and jewelry from citizens without explanation. Here's a case on why I am not for a CBDC. The government can see, they may say, oh, we're not going to do any, we're not going to, this is all about privacy. We're not going to seize your accounts at all. Trust us. Really? You just seized $100 million without explanation. The U.S. government won't specify why it abruptly seized more than $100 million from people's safety deposit boxes in California. I'm in California. How I got to brush up on the law here. How can they seize somebody's safety deposit box? The Nonprofit Institute for Justice says we have a saying in crypto, not your keys, not your coins. If you don't have your money in your possession, it ain't your money. It's not your money. So you think you got your money sitting in a bank? It ain't your money, it's the bank's money. They're allowing you access to it for as long as they want to allow you to have access to it. The nonprofit Institute for Justice says it's seeking to halt forfeiture proceedings for a group of citizens who had their assets confiscated by the FBI with little to no explanation. The case is centered on an LA-based couple who says the FBI won't say why it abruptly seized $40,200 of their life savings from a safety deposit. It's like, well, my grandpa always said, oh, yeah, he don't trust banks. I'll bury my money. It's under my mattress, whatever, in a jar somewhere, buried like a pirate's hidden his money. Wow. Linda and Reggie Martin want to know why the FBI took their cash, along with the contents of hundreds of other people's safety deposit boxes from a financial storage company in Beverly Hills. Wow, this happened in 2021? So think about this. Even if you win, we're now halfway through 2023, and they took their stuff 2 years ago. What recourse do you have? The couple says the agency seized their money without providing any evidence of illegal. They don't need to. They can just say, yeah, we think that you're doing something illegal or wrong. So we're going to freeze all your assets, and we'll get back to you on that. It's been 2.5 years. Attorney Bob Belden says the FBI's move is plainly immoral and violates the Martins' rights as American citizens. The government shouldn't get to take your property if it can't tell you what you did wrong. Using civil forfeiture, the government decides for itself whether to take and try to keep property, even when it doesn't suspect the owners of any crime. You know, I made a statement a couple of years ago. I got to retract this, that I was saying for anybody that has like a cold storage, I was like, yeah, get your cold storage and then put it in a safety deposit box somewhere. Don't keep it in your home if your home burns down or anything. Really? That's not right. I can't even trust that. Safety deposit box. And I got all my crypto in there. It's still in the bank's possession. And here is actually, they used a third party from a financial storage company in Beverly Hills. So it wasn't even actually in the bank. Using civil forfeiture, the government decides for itself. And the FBI sends a copy and paste forfeiture notice that fails to tell owners anything about why it is trying to take their property. That's not only wrong, it's unconstitutional. In total, here's one thing. If you are a survivalist, if you are a individual who naturally don't trust the government, you love to stockpile arms, ammunition, weapons, bullets, food for the day that the government decides to turn its guns on you, and you are, got your Second Amendment right, and you don't trust the government with anything, you should be the first one in line to be all about, I'm all for crypto. You should be the one, you should be the first ones pushing this idea forward of your money is in your control at all hands and not trust the government or the banks. I find it curious that a lot of those individuals are anti-crypto. It's weird to me. You're against the government, you still think cash is king. And you think that the government's gonna be able to shut it all down. They can shut down your bank accounts at any morning. It's like an oxymoron to me. But anyways, the new lawsuit filed in the D.C. for District of Columbia asks the court to halt administrative proceedings for everyone who has received one of the FBI's forfeiture notices. To date, Linda says she and her husband have not been charged with a crime, and there is no indication that they will ever see their money again. The FBI took my savings nearly 2 years ago and still hasn't told me why. It's been a confusing and frustrating process from the day my money was taken. No one should have to go through this. Thousands of times every year, people receive paltry notices that merely say the government wants to forfeit their property because it might be wrapped up in one of the hundreds of federal crimes. Linda's plight highlights the ugly truth that federal forfeiture incentivizes agents to seize as much as they can, even absent any reason to think that a crime was committed. The FBI's policing for profit deliberately leaves property owners in the dark in order to keep them from fighting back. That's not constitutional. According to the Institute, a federal judge has stated that a separate client involved in the same safety deposit seizure operation received an anemic forfeiture notice, and the FBI violated due process. Yeah, the FBI is not going to win that case, but it doesn't matter at this point. They still can just stop you, and then if you try to fight it, that's, lawyers don't come cheap. Do you have money to pay for a lawyer that can really dig into this for you when they just took all your money? And they got more resources than you. They can sit on your money for years, and there's nothing you can do about it but cry. That's why crypto is is a necessity, not a luxury. If I was Ron DeSantis, I would take a story like this and run with it as he's trying to run his mouth against CBDC. This is crazy. All right, I got enough time for one more. This is very, very big news. BlackRock files for Bitcoin Trust. Analyst calls it a real deal spot Bitcoin ETF filing. BlackRock is one of the largest financial institutions in the world. Yeah, there you go. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, has filed to register a Bitcoin trust that some believe is actually a spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund, an ETF in disguise. BlackRock is seeking to launch a Bitcoin product despite the SEC's efforts to crack down on unregistered crypto platforms and securities tokens. The asset management firm has also chosen Coinbase, the NASDAQ-listed crypto exchange that was recently charged by the SEC for security law violations, to serve as a custodian for its Bitcoin trust. I said it years ago. The people behind Coinbase are going to end up being one of the richest people in the world. BlackRock files to launch a Bitcoin trust. The world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, filed for the registration of iShares Bitcoin Trust, called The Trust, with the SEC on Thursday, despite the regulators. This is going to be interesting. Okay, SEC, you're always saying you didn't register with us. All right. BlackRock says, hold my beer. Here you go. Are you going to accept the registration? The assets of the trust consist primarily of Bitcoin held by a custodian on behalf of the trust. The trust seeks to reflect generally the performance of the price of Bitcoin. The trust was formed as a Delaware statutory trust on June 8th. I wonder why they use Delaware. The asset manager explained, adding that BlackRock Fund Advisors is a trustee of the trust, and Coinbase Custody Trust Company is a custodian for the trust Bitcoin holdings. The sponsor of the trust is iShares Delaware Trust Sponsor, a Delaware limited liability company and an indirect subsidiary of BlackRock, Inc. The trust issues shares only in baskets of 40,000 or integral multiples thereof. The filing further details, adding, baskets may be redeemed by the trust in exchange for the amount of Bitcoin corresponding to their redemption value. Moreover, BlackRock stated, individual shares will not be redeemed by the trust, but will be listed and traded on NASDAQ. Many people view BlackRock's filing as bullish for the entire crypto sector. It's even bigger than that. Some have argued that the largest asset managers filing for a Bitcoin trust is actually a filing for a Bitcoin ETF, which the SEC has not yet approved. So far, the securities regulator has rejected all filings for spot Bitcoin ETFs. Some people were also surprised that BlackRock is seeking to offer a Bitcoin product using Coinbase as a custodian when the SEC is cracking down on the crypto industry and has filed charges against Coinbase for securities law violations. On-Chain Capital co-founder Rand Nooner tweeted, did BlackRock really just apply for a spot Bitcoin ETF using Coinbase, a U.S. company that the SEC claims is actually an unlicensed securities exchange operating illegally? Several individuals drew comparisons between BlackRock's Bitcoin Trust and Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust. Grayscale has been actively seeking to convert its Bitcoin Trust into a Bitcoin ETF, but the SEC has rejected its filing so far. DigiBuild CEO Robert Salvador opined, "This is no different than the Grayscale. This can be used to short Bitcoin into the floor." Yeah, here's another. Yeah, see, here's one thing about wealthy people, and you should have learned. We should have learned the lesson from 2017 when the CBOE and the CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, came online. You would think we all thought Bitcoin and crypto was going to go sky high, but instead, the wealthy people was like, "Hold up, y'all retailers, meaning y'all poor people, got crypto all the way to 20,000 without us? We can do better than that, but I'm not going to buy Bitcoin at your price." They came in and shorted it, and Bitcoin dropped like a rock. Then they bought in. So if this goes through, in my opinion, you're going to see the price of Bitcoin drop like a rock, short term. And then you're going to see it, and they're doing it. Oh, the timing of this. What's happening next year? Oh, wait. This is not our inner circle. This is just public crypto. Okay, I got to save that. We'll talk about that on Monday. All right, I got to stop my train of thought right there. That's for our inner circle. You got to be in the inner circle to get that privileged information. Let me keep reading here. I just had an aha moment. I'm looking at what they're doing and why and the timing of this. There is no different. Eric Balchunas, a senior ETF analyst for Bloomberg, explained, "To all those saying the Blackrock filing is a trust and not an ETF, do you consider GLD to be an ETF? Well, this is the same thing. A lot of structures under ETF umbrella, nothing like GBTC. This is the real deal. Yes, it is a trust, but so is every other physical commodity ETFs like GLD. Same structure. This is the real deal spot ETF filing versus GPBTC." Let's see. Okay. Venture Coinist Luke Martin noted, SPY and GLD are good comparisons here. Both are ETFs structured as trusts. Same thing here. Key difference is it's redeemable, unlike GPTC. Congressman Patrick McHenry, who has been pushing SEC Chairman Gary Gensler to provide regulatory clarity for the crypto sector and has repeatedly criticized him for his enforcement-centric approach to regulating the crypto sector, emphasized, the SEC must not pick winners and losers based on inconsistent factors. I'll be watching this closely. Vanik advisor Gaber Gerbax tweeted, there were a number of earlier spot Bitcoin ETF applications. Approve the active filings in order of first filing. That will be fair. But who are we kidding about? Okay, so what he's saying is there's been agencies that have been filing for this for years, and the SEC still hasn't ruled on it. But BlackRock shouldn't be able to jump the line. But if I were these other ETFs, I would say go ahead, BlackRock, because if BlackRock is successful, then they can use that as precedence for themselves. So I see what he's saying here, but I think that would be good for the entire industry as a whole. BlackRock has the resources and the political capital to make things happen. All right. So let me stop here. So that is it for Crypto Talk for today. I will be back to do Inner Circle Crypto Talk Monday morning. So you guys get a glimpse of what we do in our Crypto Talk. It pays to be a part of it. If you want to be a part of our Crypto Talk Inner Circle 4 days a week, costs us $49 a month. Yeah, that's it. $49 a month. I had somebody tell me, Brandon, are you crazy? You're worth far more than that. I said, I know, but for now, I want people to have access to information, so where's the link here? ILCA Secrets. There we go. ILCAsecrets.com/sales page for you to go ahead and upgrade so that you can get our Crypto Talks 5 days a week instead of just one. Be a part of our inner circle. It pays to be there. All right. After that, we've got a showcase in 5 minutes of Starvara. This is going to be a busy day for me because after the showcase, I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm going to come back and I'm going to do another live, and I'm going to have it every. I'll set up the StreamYard. I'm going to do it on StreamYard, and I'm going to do a reaction call to the information that we just got from this showcase for Starvara in the next 5 minutes. And then tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, I'm doing a special broadcast live. It is also on StreamYard. I've already posted it. I'll post it also in our Telegram groups. But we're going to be going over what is the metaverse in blockchain. A beginner's guide. Now, this is an article I'm covering from Cointelegraph because I'm also, this month's 5-day challenge, the main theme is going to be the metaverse. I think the first night I'm going to do basic blockchain. What is crypto? What is blockchain? But the next 3 nights is going to be all about the metaverse. What is the metaverse? So we're going to start that series tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, and all are invited. It's open for the public. There's no charge to be a part of that tonight. So I hope you guys learned something new. As always, that's the point. Oh, I got it. Look at Shane West calling me. Hey, stay on the line. Hold on one second, Shane. So all of you guys, I will see you guys in 5 minutes on the showcase. Oh, I got to give a special shout out. Mr. Herschel Crow, I got to call him Captain Crow. Herschel Crow just got promoted to captain in Vara. So I'm very excited about that and his progress. In fact, he's getting close to getting to Commodore. He's very close to that. And so, he can hit that before this month is over. So with that, I hope you guys learned something new. I will see you guys tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and we got our showcase in 5 minutes. Take care, everybody. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye.